Former Parliamentary Secretary Sheldon Scott has been given a 90-day deadline by the government to reimburse over $150,000 to the Treasury of Grenada. This sum is owed in reimbursement for his use of a mobile phone beyond the period of authorization. Scott was issued the phone when he served as Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Ecclesiastic Affairs. He left office in 2016, but continued to use the phone until 2019, during which time government paid the service provider. Attorney General and Minister for Legal Affairs Claudette Joseph announced the 90-day deadline during a press conference on Monday, calling for a quick response from Scott.
Yesterday, Mr. Scott was served with a pre-action protocol, meaning a letter before action issued out of the office of the Attorney General, in which demand was made for full payment of the said sum within 90 days. And Mr. Scott is to respond to the office of the Attorney General within 7 days to indicate his agreement to repay the full sum in 90 days. Failing which, i.e., if we do not get a response from Mr. Scott in 7 days, indicating his agreement to repay the full sum, legal proceedings will be commenced against him.
Scott's usage of the phone, which came to public attention in 2019 when it was revealed that taxpayers were covering his phone bill, has now led to this repayment demand. Scott confirmed in 2019 that he had indeed been using the phone assigned to him since May 2013 and pledged to repay the expenses associated with the account since leaving office in 2016. The Attorney General stated that over $40,000 of the total amount owed is interest.
By then, the amount that had been paid by the government of Grenada on the said account for Mr. Sheldon Scott between 2016 and 2019, that's July 2016 and July 2019, was $115,393.33. The records at all relevant ministries show that no payment has been made to date, despite the undertaking given by Mr. Scott to repay. And as such, to date, the balance of $115,393.32 remains outstanding, together with accumulated interest of $41,544.30 for a total of $156,937.62.
Scott has been given a 7-day window to respond to government's demand to avoid potential legal proceedings.
The purpose of pre-action letters, pre-action protocols, is to allow the parties to arrive at settlement if necessary and thereby avoid engaging the court. So if Mr. Sheldon Scott has a counter proposal in terms of the payment arrangement, he can in fact communicate that with the Office of the Attorney General, and a conversation can ensue and we can determine what is acceptable on both sides in terms of a repayment plan.
Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.